11 o'clock. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. And there has been a lot that has changed in the last half hour. And I've asked Mike to present that to the commission, what we've been considering. I think we have an alternative now that we need to consider. And I have to just preface everything I say by we have a maintenance team, maintenance supervisor, and a very talented individual with technology as well. And they're doing really good things for the county. So I'm going to give them the kudos up front to steal a little bit of that thunder because they won't pat themselves on the back, but I'm going to. So with that, Mike, I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay, before, as the jail was looking to upgrade their stuff, we had no fingers into it until the power surge. When the power surge took that computer out, we got involved to try to get them back up and running. We found the phone number on the old panels and Lew called. We actually got a hold of somebody that found our old program. So we were able to send that computer back and have it fixed with the old system and get them back up and running within a week or less. I think we shipped it Friday. We had it back Tuesday and we had it installed and up and running. Okay. As we were talking to these people, because Lew is good about bypassing the salespeople because he's a tech. As he told me, he's a tech person. He'd rather talk to a tech person and get the information, not without a sales pitch. Okay. So he was able to get a hold of somebody, and while he was on the phone with them waiting for some information, he said, will you throw us a bid on upgrading what we have? And
we have
we got copies of it. Okay,
yeah,
upgrading what we have and bringing it up to date and having it where we can have redundancy so we have backup. And the other part of that is I'm confident that we can also work on it. We also know now that, we can break them out of jail if we have to.
Mm-hmm.
They got a court date and there's a complete blackout, generators or whatever, that's a different story. But if everything's running, we can physically, manually break them out, get them out of their cells to do what they have to do for court or whatever. So this came back this morning about 10 when I opened that email. We were doing a walkthrough and talking, and by the time I got back, the new information came. And so I went down there to Bridget, had her call Randy. I called Randy. I think the sheriff might call Randy to try to get him to put a stop on what we're about to do and let us look at another option that we feel as the maintenance people might be a better route to go and save us some money and still be capable of supporting it in-house as much as we can. So anyway, and that's what we came up with. Any technical questions? Like if you have any questions that Lew might answer for you.
So
I'd like them to.
I've got something. So yesterday I quizzed on the other bid about what I found out was a conditioned cabinet. Do we currently have one of those? We don't need it.
We don't need it. We wouldn't have to change any of the relay cabinets or the control cabinet. We wouldn't have to change any of that. that stays put. The only thing that would be changed is the control computer. Because that's the only part that's really outdated. The rest of it's over there.
And you're talking about for what you're submitting here, or for what we viewed yesterday?
What you viewed yesterday was a complete change.
Okay, it was that, and that one would have had to have had that cabinet at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if that, what your question was that.
Yeah, he
This
does.
one. Mhm. So this right here with what we have here presented in front of us is going to take care of and be able to run and update and have some,
Right, and we might make a few changes to that. Jack has a few things that he would like to see done in that, so it might be a little bit more of additional cost.
okay,
But I'm thinking we're still gonna be way below.
sure.
that.
What are we looking time frame and stuff on?
Randy asked that question when we were on the call, and they're thinking February, March. If
We're
we
still a
could
ways
get-
out
if we
like we
could
was
get
with
this-
steel and decent, I mean,
Right, if we could get this in the works,
Mhm.
where they can start on it, they're just a little bit behind, but they're not a year out. And it doesn't have to be completely built from the ground up, because they've kind of got an idea of what we already have.
Sure.
We just need to make some changes to update it to what we have now compared to what we had when this system was put in place.
Will you two have full access to the system?
Not unless you give permission, right?
Yeah.
Right.
not without granted.
Right. That's what we had to do to get into the system, to work on it, to get.
Is
them
there
up and running.
the ability?
Yes.
Yeah, the
Okay.
ability's there.
That's all I want to know.
I'm liking what I'm hearing, so that may be a reason why our meeting went like it did yesterday.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So do we need further investigation and stuff on this then to see for sure where we're gonna be, or we?
Give us a week or so, let us get with Jack
Mhm.
and attempt to, get with Jack and see what other changes he needs on that, or would request on that, which I don't think there's a whole lot.
You bet.
I think it's just renaming rooms, moving one part to another part, just so that it's on the correct screen. His big thing is, I believe, is he doesn't want them to have to go through 4 screens to get to a single door.
Sure.
So basically, we're wanting to do one door, the court door, to have access with the upstairs screen. That's one of the big issues that they got, because new people get, as he said this morning, they get lost trying to get the doors open. We want to simplify it
Sure.
to this. And I think this company has bought out the original company that put this in. So they have also merged with other companies. They've been very good to respond to us.
It's always a plus. Tech support is awesome.
So far, they've been right there for us. I definitely think you need to put off the other.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I like that recommendation from what I'm
Make sure
seeing here.
we head in the right direction and let us explore this option just a little further.
So from yesterday's, and it'd be my recommendation to not take any action this morning. I think by at least the meeting on the 13th, we will have the information we need to move forward, whether it's with the quote that we were looking at yesterday, or whether it's the quote that we received today. And of course, the one we received this morning is considerably less, but I also think it's a better solution. And the reason why I say that is because of the 2 gentlemen that are sitting in front of us. If it weren't for them sitting in front of us, I would tend then to lean back onto the first proposal, at least continue to give it thought. I did reach out to this company this morning. I talked to the rep because I had a couple of, they'd updated the agreement. They had added a little bit back into it for workmanship warranty that I really didn't probably appreciate until I had the explanation. And timing is everything. And this, what we received this morning, being on a call with this company, I feel confident this is the way to go. And even if it were to be another 10, 15, 20, or even 25,000 more, that's $200,000 to $250,000 less than what we were expecting based upon the information we had yesterday. So I would just ask that we not take any action today, and that we give Jack and Mike and Lew the time they need to vet everything. But what I heard 30 minutes ago, this is going to work. And the thing that we know, the mechanical aspect of the system, they're already on top of keeping those maintained. So we have the mechanical aspect. If we update the software with this new proposal, we'll go from Windows 7 to Windows 11. And if they can make some of those graphic changes, if you will, that Jack would like to see, their support, just a couple of differences. You know, when I talked to the rep from ECC this morning, if we do not go with their I'll call it their extended warranty, I said, give me some idea what cost is. So they bill in 15-minute increments with a 2-hour minimum. So anytime Jack would call, it's going to cost us at least 2 hours, and they bill $150 an hour. And this gentleman here, I asked him that same question. He said, you know, if it's 15 minutes, I'm not going to bill you anything. If it's 3 or 4 hours, yes, I'm going to have to. But to me, this company, ECC, that we received the quote on, they're obviously a company that does this nationwide. Have the state of Texas. They're about ready to wrap up, it sounds like, the state of Florida. They have 18 jails in Missouri. They're very capable of doing what we ask them to do and give us a quote. Not trying to take anything away from them. But then what we have here is something that I think all of us in the room appreciate, and that is we have a company that has a less expensive solution that we can keep this thing going for quite some time. And even if we only get 2 or 3 years out of it, to me, that is worth the whatever limited risk I perceive going this way, as opposed to going ahead on the first proposal. So I think with that, I would just ask that it was a proposal. I will notify this gentleman here. He did honor one request I made this morning. So now I have to call him back, and I have to tell him we're gonna table that. And if we get farther down the list with them, but here we were potentially 7 to 8 months out, maybe not quite that length of time after visiting with them this morning. Here we heard February to March probably, right, Mike?
Yes.
Is that what I heard?
5 to
Okay,
6.
so really we're not losing anything. And then in the meantime, we have the ability to keep the system functioning. They've installed battery backup on the system now, so we possibly can avoid that next power surge into the system. They know how to get somebody in and out of the cell, as Mike described. It's just common sense. That's what we do. We try to bring common sense to everything we do. So
this new company, they still weren't going to do anything with the locks, you know,
Right, yeah.
fixing those.
I
That'd be a whole
don't think the
second.
other company was either, was it? Or was
No,
it?
but
No.
this company that we've been dealing with has given us options on new locks that retrofit right into our system, so
Yeah.
we're not stuck with the one guy down there in Texas that, 3-4 months for each lock that we send to have rebuilt, And then we're also exploring an option to have somebody local look at the 2 pieces that wear out and producing us a couple of those or a handful of those, so that we have those in 20 minutes. We have them all switched out, greased up, ready to go. I was actually able to kind of hand file down a few pieces, make those locks work fine. So instead of just sending them right from the lab, we can look at those also and work on those too. So
Any further discussion, any further questions?
No.
Okay,
Not for what we're here today for.
okay, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn, and we'll either bring this back up maybe as early as Tuesday if Jack has and Mike have all their questions answered, and if not, we'll bring it back up probably no later than the 13th, and we'll go ahead and move forward. So this other one it's still an option, right? We're not
Still there.
we're not ruling it out. We just have a better
New
option.
information.
So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.